Everyone, it's Sammy from Sammy's Sweet Life and happy 2017. I am very excited to do a plan with me for you guys this week. Now I am planning on doing these every week for you guys on Sundays. So when you're planning, you can follow along with me if you want to. I'm going to voice over the actual planning part, but I wanted to be able to record some of this intro stuff and refer people back to this video in the future. If you want to see like my planner supplies, this is going to be what I've got. I'm probably going to buy some stuff here and there, but this is my starting point. So I just want to show you guys the planners, my supplies, to just give you guys a starting off point. So first up, I've got two planners for 2017. My blogging editorial YouTube planner, which is a recollections planner from Michaels. And then for my everyday appointments, mom stuff, meal prep, cleaning, to-do list, all that stuff, I've got this Inkwell press planner. And I do have a $10 off coupon. It'll be in the description box down below. You just click the link and it'll give you $10 off. So I really am just ecstatic about both of these. They're just so beautiful, and I'm going to be using them, in different ways. Depending on how much time I have in this first video, I've got like 30 minutes left on my memory card. I will show you guys a little bit of decorating both of these for the first week of January. So that's where I'm really starting, is with these two planners. I've got some basic supplies. I've got some VersaMagic ink pads. These are called Dewdrops. I got these at joann.com. I'll link to them as well. I've got an acrylic block, a ruler. I use this for cutting washi tape, a stamp cleaner. And I also have the spray here. These are both from Stampin' Up, but you can get these anywhere. And then I've got bunches and bunches of planner stamps. These are from various companies, Studio L2E, some from Lawn Fawn, some Simon Says Stamp exclusive ones. I've got some Studio Calico ones in here and a couple of other things. And then I've got this Stampin' Up! Project Life set. I could use this notes occasionally. Some various sticky notes. These are from Freckled Fawn and these are from Target Dollar Spot. I also have tons and tons of washi tape. I'd say 95% of this is from Freckled Fawn, and I'll have a link to them down below as well. So now that we got that out of the way, I'm going to just jump right in to planning my first week in my Inkwell press planner.
So the first thing I needed to do was do an ink test, and I do plan on doing this with all of my inks at some point. I do have quite a few different brands of inks, but I wanted today to just make sure that these chalk inks would work on my paper and not bleed through the other side. You can see on here when I flip the paper over, you do see a little bit of shadowing on the video, but in real life, I could not see any shadowing. So it was really weird that it showed up on camera and didn't show up in real life. So next, I'm going to pick out some washi tape to divide my paper. I've showed this in my planner walkthrough video. There are teeny tiny little dots that show you where the exact middle of the paper is. So I'm going to just line up my washi tape along those lines and just divide all of my days of the week. Now this proved to be a little bit more challenging than I had thought at first. I thought I could just hold the little part at the top down while I lined up the other part, but I kind of slipped a little bit, and so it took me a second to get it perfectly lined up. But I eventually got it. You're going to see the top of my head in some of these clips. I've got super messy hair. It's the end of the day. Once I got it lined up, I used the ruler technique. I don't really know what to call this. I'm just making that up. I use the ruler to cut the washi, and you hold the ruler down exactly where you want the washi to cut. And then you just pull the washi, kind of rip it from one side, and it seems to work really nicely. You do have to make sure you keep your ruler all the way pressed down, and some washi tapes tear better than others with this technique. And I found that this glitter washi didn't tear really nicely with this technique, so maybe next time I'll use scissors. But I'm really trying not to be really perfectionistic about this because it isn't something that I plan to keep. I don't think planners are keepsakes personally, so mine's just going to end up in the trash at the end of the year. I really, couldn't care less that the washi tape isn't perfectly cut at the end. In the past, I've been using vertical planners, and so this horizontal layout is a completely different layout for me. So this week, I'm going to test out one kind of overall design idea. I'm going to have my left column be my timed events, so baby activities, play dates, appointments, that type of thing that has to be timed. And then for that middle column, I'm going to be putting my to-do list and tasks that just need to be completed throughout the day. And then for the three little squares on the far right side. I'm going to be using the bottom little square for meal prep. Now I have my meal plan in an Inkwell Press meal planner. I do have a video on that. I will link it in the description box down below. There's things you need to thaw out, or I need to get the crock pot ready earlier in the day. So if there's something I need to do in order to meal prep for that day, I will write it in that box. It doesn't happen every day, but I'm decorating these boxes with a little plate and spoon and fork stamp, and this came from a meal planning or eating stamp set from Studio Calico quite a while ago. And then my center little square I'm going to be using for my hydration. I will stamp that in just a little while, and then the top box I'm undecided about, so I will use it this week and then decide what I'm going to do with it. So for decorating the other side, I ended up getting some stickers. These are custom made stickers I got from Lulu and Row, and it is a store on Etsy. I will link to it. I ended up getting a couple of different sheets of custom made stickers and then one sheet of book stickers. We do a lot of library activities, so I wanted to have something for that. This was my first time ordering any stickers off of Etsy. I've made some stickers myself, and it was really nice. She included a thank you card and then a little sampler of stickers. I thought it was really just a cute idea to include those extras. So here are the book stickers that I got, and then I also got some that say notes. These are all custom made ones here. Some that say gym class because we go to a baby mommy and me gym class, some for music class, again, mommy and me little class, and then some that say to create, and then some that say to edit. And so some of these are going to be used in my crafty planner. It's going to be my YouTube / crafting scrapbooking planner. This one here is my family one that I'm showing right now. So I'm using these little book stickers to mark the days that there's library story time or when books are due. I'm going to be bringing books back to the library one of these days, and I'll stamp that in a minute. And then I looked at my calendar because our gym class and our music class are changing for next semester. So I end up taking off one of the books and replacing it with the music sticker. So we'll have gym on Mondays and we'll have music on Wednesdays for the next little while, and then we'll go to story time on Tuesdays, and that'll leave Thursday and Friday open for play dates and for errand running and that type of thing. Now to mark the book due, I have a stamp from Studio L2E, and this is just a very reading / book related stamp set that I picked up from them. I just marked books due so I remember to grab the library books we need to take back. Next, I ended up stamping my hydration little pieces. They are little hearts, and I pulled these from a days of the week kind of calendar thing. So they're actually only 7, and I only realized it after I stamped it. I was, not even thinking about there were only 7, but I will make it work for hydration. And next I pulled out this bold headliners stamp set that I got also from Studio L2E. I'm going to put to do on the top of my to-do list columns. I also add errands on Friday because I'm going to make Friday errand day for now. I might move that around, from week to week because, well, it'll really depend on play dates and stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and apologize to you guys. I realized I've been playing with my ring the whole time I've been doing this voiceover. So you hear like a jingling noise in the background. That's me playing with my rings. I need to be more careful with that. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my to-do list part. It just says to do at the top of each of the days of the week because that's going to be the side I make my little to-do list checklist. As far as the bottom section, I'm kind of undecided what I'm going to be putting in the top 5 things for the week, but for the notes section I added gratitude because I think I'll just make that a little gratitude section, write what I'm thankful for throughout the week in that little paragraph section. And then the last thing I'm going to do in this planner is add a scale on Fridays because Mama has been working out and trying to eat better, and so I've been weighing myself on Fridays for my official weigh-in. And then I'm going to move on to my next planner, which is my Michael's planner that I picked up. And this planner is specifically just going to be for YouTube, editing, and scrapbooking stuff. So I'm adding some washi tape at the bottom just as a little decorative element. And all the washi tapes that I used today are from Freckled Fawn. I will link to them below. They are my favorite washi tape company. They just have such gorgeous designs. They're always coming out with new washi tape, and they stick and cut really nicely. So I'm just a huge fan of theirs. And so for this planner, I made these custom titles to create, to edit, and notes for these 3 different sections. So I thought I would divide it out like that. And for the to create, it can be, creating videos or creating projects as far as scrapbooking goes, creating thumbnails, whatever it is that I need to be making that day. And then to edit is, editing videos. That's self-explanatory. And for the notes, it's going to be things like during a video when I'm going back and editing and I say, I'm going to add a link to whatever, check the description box. I add those notes down so that I remember to actually go back and do those things once I get the video uploaded, because sometimes I forget and it's really easy for me to just jot it down while I'm editing and get that done. So it can also be notes for other things too, but that's my specific plan in my head, is to use that section to make sure I remember to do everything I say I'm going to do. So I'm just adding these titles. I decided to go with the dark pink for these parts. And then I'm also going to be incorporating the teal aqua color. And since the little bars are actually already aqua, I ended up using a notes stamp and stamping the notes sections. And since I only do editing and YouTube stuff Monday through Friday, the weekend sections are currently blank. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those moving forward. I might use it for, ideas or, videos I want to make in the future, just kind of brainstorming type of thing. So I might get some custom headers for that section at some point. But for right now, I'm just kind of leaving it blank. Both of these planners are kind of an experiment going on right now. So we'll see what works this week, what doesn't work, and I'll change it from week to week until I get into a groove. Next, I was kind of just looking through my stamps and trying to decide what I'm going to use for my sidebar and for checklists for the top to create and to edit sections. And so I'm just kind of looking through this, trying to get some inspiration, and I decide to go ahead and add some washi tape on the sidebar to cover up that goals of the week section. Underneath that washi tape, I end up adding a little ideas part, so I can just kind of jot ideas in that sidebar as I go throughout the week. So for my checklist boxes, I'm going back to that daily checklist style stamp set from Studio L2E, and I'm using that. And then once I've stamped these all, I feel like it didn't leave me very much space, so I probably won't use these again as my checklist going down a column. I'll probably use one of my bigger checklist sections because I think I only need I don't know, maybe 3 to 5 little check boxes per thing. And this had 7, and they felt like they were really close together. And I write kind of big, so I kind of regretted stamping these because it's not leaving me a whole lot of room. Probably I would end up skipping a box when I'm writing my little to-do list so I can write a little bit bigger. And after stamping those checklist boxes, I called it done. I do a lot of my pre-planning just the night before, and I'm filming this a couple of days early so that I can get it uploaded for you guys. So I didn't really, write in appointments or any kind of to-do list tasks. I do those usually just the night before, like I said. So it's just a decorating. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. I plan on doing these on Sundays for you guys, so you guys can feel free to follow along. And if you do plan with me style videos, I'd love to see those. Leave me a link in the comment section down below and show me your plan with me for this week. And you could also share them with me on Instagram. Just tag me. I'm the Scrap Master on Instagram. I'll leave that link down below as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great start to your week. I hope it's a really productive week for you guys. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.